Since breaking ground in 2021, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC, has been building itself into a silver giant in the Northwest Desert along the 303. Their U.S. expansion, which is the biggest foreign direct investment in American history, is expected to reach $165 billion. 2025 will mark TSMC Arizona's first full year at high volume production. They're on track to start production in their second fab in 2028. Rose Castaneras, the Arizona facility's president, shares why the company chose the desert for its new home. Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Absolutely, Mike. Glad to have you here.
This is such an amazing place to see it from the outside. It's enormous. There's places all over the country that would love to have your business. Why Arizona?
Sure. Well, first of all, when our customer asked us to do the due diligence, we ran around to multiple states, and we really wanted to have a place that had a semiconductor ecosystem already in place. We wanted to have a city that had a really good engineering pipeline, so a really top-notch school. But I think really the clincher for us was that when our team came to Arizona, the state government, the city of Phoenix, everyone that we met just wanted us to be here.
TSMC and its economic impact in Arizona at its peak, what do you think it'll be?
I've heard numbers around about $9 billion. We announced recently that we will have 6 fabs and 2 advanced packaging fabs and an R&D center. So, we expect that, that total contribution, that total investment will be around $165 billion. And generally, whatever we invest, the surrounding area will generate at least 2x that over time.
So this is what you do.
Yes.
This is what you build. Can you describe what I'm holding here?
Sure, Mike. So what you're holding is a semiconductor wafer. It has thousands, sometimes 4,000 layers. And so if you take a look very, very finely at each one of those little squares, we call them die, each one of those is a circuit that can be the brains of a phone or a computer or an AI GPU card.
And you said could have up to 4,000 layers.
Or more, depending on the way our customers design.
For anyone that has not really seen one, it reminds, for people old enough, it's like a record album. When we were kids, same weight, almost same diameter, and you're talking about all that information in one place.
Yes.
That's remarkable.
Yes, absolutely.
That is remarkable. Rose and I continued our conversation outside with a tour near the construction of the next fab.
What you see there is Fab 2. Behind us here is Fab 1, and over here is the office building called Gown A, where everyone who works in the fab gets gowned up. That's why they call it gown, and work in the fab.
So we've talked about Fab 1, 2, and 3. Eventually there's going to be 6?
Yes, there will be 6.
How big will this be? What is the acreage? Do you know?
Yes. This plot of land is 1,100 acres,
Wow.
and it has the capacity to hold the 6 fabs, plus all of the support infrastructure like our gas plant, the water reclamation center, what we call the IRWP, or the industrial water reclamation plant.
Which I think is another one for efficiency.
Yes.
That is, sustainability and reclaiming the water is an important part of that. That's incredible.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have 65% recycled water use right now, and with the new IRWP, it'll be more than 90%. So, we use a lot of water, but we plan to recycle as much as possible.
All right, so give me your best pitch to your incoming apprentices for the programs in the Arizona base. What do you say to someone that's looking for a career at TSMC? What do you tell them they should do?
First of all, I think that the semiconductor industry is a great industry. It is an industry that everybody needs because modern life is just impossible without it. I mean, can you imagine any young person now not having a phone, not having a computer, not being able to do internet searches or even GPS? So that's not going away. The amount of compute power that the world needs, that us as individuals need on a daily basis, is here to stay. And what better way to have a career in a industry that is so needed?
I know you won't say it, but it's true. You are a perfect example of that. 27 years with TSMC, your pathway to where you are now is an example of accomplishing something in an industry, right?
Yeah, I mean, we like to be humble, so, I don't want to...
I asked the question, so you have to answer it.
Okay, all right, Mike. Yeah, I mean, I grew up in the Chicago area. I went to school at the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign, and I kind of, took a class in semiconductors, and I thought, God, how cool. And so I went into semiconductors, and I didn't like the cold, so I went straight to California, and I went through, multiple jobs every couple years, like a lot of young people do right now, trying to find their way. But when I, after about 4 jobs of, kind of job hopping, I came to TSMC, and the approach for TSMC was so different. It was so long-term thinking, and they also just kept giving me all kinds of new assignments and new challenges, and they asked me to move to Texas, they asked me to move to San Diego, asked me to move back to San Jose, and then here to Arizona. So I've never felt bored at all. I've never felt that I had learned as much as I could possibly learn. And so for somebody who likes to have new challenges and have that constant new exploration, it's a perfect job.
I appreciate the time as always. It is so fantastic to meet you.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you for visiting.
Great look at TSMC. We'll be back. Coming up, while TSMC is known for their semiconductor